Shalom, or praise to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Bakar Kadash, the abundance of the apostles at GreatMillStone. This video come out, that's on the screen, come out like, let's say about 2011. I got all that sorted, and pretty much, I just was going through some old likes on one of my other older pages, and I seen this basically, and you got this redneck here that basically says, in a time of common calamity, if you go, I guess he lives in the sticks, if you will, or he lives out there in the rural, the rural areas and that. So he's saying if you go anywhere near where he is, you're getting smoked, and pretty much in that day, according to the scriptures, man, that's how it's gonna be. There's gonna be the scripture says the love of many shall wax cold, and you see him, he's going
driving down through
a lot a lot of them have got weapons, and he says he's got food stocks, and pretty much in that day, man, there's going to be famines, race riots. And what day we're talking about? We're talking about that day of when there's the so-called elites or the bankers or whatever set up these false flags, and they set up the RFID chip and the RFID mark, which is the mark of the beast, and they crash the money system, and you got famines and disease outbreaks and detention centers, martial law camps, all that stuff. There's no food in the stores. People are going to be looting each other, killing each other and stuff like that in the cities and in the rural areas, man. Just show you that in the movie The Road. So, pretty much when I seen this, it just reminded me of that. But, I can play some.
Central Kentucky. Well, if the economy was to take a nosedive, and maybe there was like gas shortages or shortages with food or anything like that, and the city people would be maybe coming out to where your farm is and your land, would you help them or would you shoot them?
I'm not giving them none of my resources.
Okay, because it's like feeding cats. It just brings some more.
You feed them once and they want to stay.
Yeah, so you wouldn't advise people who were looking for any type of help, food or water, to even come near anybody who lives in a rural area, because they're more likely to get some buckshot.
Yeah, more likely to get buckshot than sympathy.
Well, no sympathy, huh? Okay, well, I can understand that. What advice would you give to city people? What would you tell them? And the economy is going down. What would you tell the city people to do if they felt like they needed to leave their homes in the city? What would you say to them? Don't come?
Well, my best advice to the city slickers is you better know how to shoot good, or you better know how to duck.
Right, so you got the title there. So according to the scriptures, that's how it's gonna be with people. That people are gonna, people are not gonna have no answers for what's going on, and people are gonna be trying to, go and get food, and it's just like when you see a Black Friday, people are stumping each other, and that's just for the flipping trainers. So, and TV. So imagine when it comes down to it being for food, you're gonna see, the beast come out of people. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." And during all this, we got World War III is going to be the end tip. But when you got wars going on, you get food shortages and rations and drafts and all that. So that's going to happen as well. Drafts, food shortages, all of that. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power, because you're going to have all that going on. Countries, you know, boots on the ground, so to speak, and all this stuff, man. You know, it's going to come to towns near you as well. It's going to get bad. Like, it's just going to be an all-out. It's going to be an all-out, man. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Yeah, because they're going to have those... the cities are going to be locked off. Curfews. You know, borders. You know, the army set up on the borders. Shoot to policies, anyone trying to jump in through borders. You know, stuff like that, man. It's going to be bad. It's you know, this is the end times we're talking about, yeah. So this ain't going to be no walk in the park. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. And these cities are way filled with pride, you know. People do what they want. People aborting their children. People are transgenders. People, you know, people don't care about the Most High. They do what they want to do. You know, people think their shit don't stink. You know, people want to be famous at any cost. You know, these cities are full of a lot of pride. Especially the main cities. Them Alf cities. You know? You know, when you think about, I mean, you had America and you had all them states. You had New York, LA. And you got places like London. You know, you got these major cities where people want to go and or live it up and you know, there's a lot of pride in these cities, man. You know. So the man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. So you're gonna have people that live next door to each other. They're gonna be thinking about, well, has he got some meat up in that house? You know, and another thing, cannibalism's coming in. Because of the lack of bread that's going to be there. You know, there's going to be a whole lot of cannibalism going on, man. A whole lot of cannibalism is going to be going on, mate. You know, they show you that in movies like The Road as well. They also show you that in, what the fuck is that thing called, man? I can't even remember the movie I'm thinking of, but they show you it in a few movies. You know, so... that's what it is, man. You know, there's going to be all that going on. There's going to be, you know, all these, like, these, you know, people. Some people are going to try and get off the grid. Some people are going to get, people are going to be killing each other. People are going to be robbing people's stocks. And then people are going to be committing cannibalism. You know, and people ain't, you know, you got a lot of people that are calling themselves Christians together. You know, there might be a Jake sitting amongst some Edomites. They'll probably spit roast you, man. You're going to be opening that Bible thinking, I thought, you know, I mean, I thought you know, but they're going to think, fuck that in that day. Scripture says everyone shall go back to his own people, but even amongst that, no one ain't going to care about nobody. Nobody's not going to care about nobody, man, in that day. And this is all judgments put on the earth. The scripture says it, because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. You know, and here is people don't give a damn about each other any damn way. Because, especially in these main cities, you know, in the main cities, people tend not to talk to each other and they're all trying to basically get a deal and screw each other over. You know, if someone's injured in the streets, people just walk past. So, we're talking about in a time when there ain't no fucking food. So the man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, you know, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. You know, there it is, the scripture, the famines and all that. Is it all in the scriptures? You got these doomsday preppers, bro. It goes, it's in the scriptures. Right here. Because of the lack of bread. and you know, you can't get over that, man. You can't get around that. You know, there's all types of videos out here of these doomsday preppers, and you know, because you got people that have got insight onto what's going on. You know, people that might read the Bible, or people that might watch the internet, or whatever you get the information that there's going to be a destabilization of society. You know, there's already been World War I, World War II, and now we're in the time of World War III, and we're in the time of this system getting shut down, economy crash. You know, that dollar's going to crash because, you know, the bankers want a world currency, so all of these things are going to come into place. The whole the bank crash, the destabilization of society is coming, mate. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbour, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. Okay. So that was the point on that. Now, probably do a part 2 to this. You know, but, you know, you got these individuals like this geezer, and, you know, you got people out there that are just out there saying, look, you know, they're already ready. The people already ready, man, to make things happen. But like I said, when this goes down, that all these people are going to get judged. They're going to be killing each other and all of that, because these people, they don't know what's going on then. And, you know, we're hoping for deliverance. I just got to put that out there. You know, the elect men that teach the Bible, the prophets, you know, that are teaching and showing and what's going to come and happen according to this Bible. What are we banking on? We're banking on being beamed up into the spaceships, into the chariots. You know, that's what that's our being delivered by Yahweh Shai. The rest of these people, they're going to be stuck on Earth, and then the final thing, a lot of them are going to get nuked. A lot of them are going to be starving out there. You know, because you know, this planet's going to be the worst judgment. You know what? Matter of fact, let me get that. It's going to be the worst judgment on Earth ever. So Earth's not going to be the place to be on in that day. You think it ain't the place to be right now as a Jake? Oh, in that day, bruv, the judgment is just going to be fucking sky high. Daniel 12:1, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. So the angels are coming down to fight for Israel, and, you know, the elect, and deliver them. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered. So that's exactly the time we're talking about, man. The race riots, the RFID, the famines, the death, the disease outbreaks, you know, the lack of food, the nuclear missiles, World War III, all of that stuff. You know. So it's going to be all out chaos, man. It's going to be all out chaos. And, you know, like I was saying, you know, if your name's not written in the book, well, it says it there, everyone that shall be found written in the book, they're the people that are going to get delivered. You know, I read that again, Daniel 12, I start here, and at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. So if you're not being delivered, then you're going to get whacked. You know what I mean? You know, something's got, for you to be getting delivered, something's got to be bad. So you're getting saved from something. It's going to be the judgment of the Lord on the planet, mate. And if you think that's fucking light work, then you're just a fucking scoffer. And the Lord flooded this whole earth at one point, and everyone fucking drowned to death. This is going to be worse than that, mate. You know? You can have all types of different judgments happening all at once. All types of different judgments, man. All the scriptures goes into that. So this is a serious thing. Serious time, it's a serious thing. Anyway, Lord willing, I'll do part two, keep touching on this topic. But with that, for now, I'm going to say shalom.